Today we're going to make the yarn over increase. Let's get started. Welcome back to Goodknitkisses. I'm your host Kristen, and today we're going to work on increases. Today we're going to do the yarn over increase, and we're working with a sample that will have 12 stitches cast on. I've got a couple of stitch markers, and we're doing a garter border, so just do a couple ridges of garter, and the first three and last three stitches will be knit on both sides, and the middle will be knit on the front, purl on the back for a stockinette. And my sample here, I'm just showing that I'm leaving a center column of 2 stitches, so I'm going to show you how to do that. If you just want to learn how to yarn over, you will learn that, but I'm going to show you how to make this center increase if that's what you want. So I'm working with a Clover 15, this is a 15 needle or size 10 millimeter. So it's a, you can't see this on here, but it's a US 15. So we're going to work your first 3 stitches or whatever your border is, and then I'm going to slide my stitch marker over, and I'm going to knit 2 stitches here. So we're working with 6 stitches in the middle. 1, 2. So we work the first 2 stitches. Put your yarn in the front of your right needle. It's also called yarn front because it's in the front. And then you're going to move your stitch marker over and knit this middle stitch. You have created a stitch. See how there's now 3 stitches in front of the stitch marker? This is a stitch here, and it's going to be nice and loose and open like this sample down here. When you work the back side, it will reinforce that. Okay, so we're going to work our next stitch. This is the center. Okay, and now we're going to slide the stitch marker over, and instead of knitting the next stitch, we will yarn front or yarn over and wrap around that needle, insert the loop to do our stitch. You can do a knit or a purl or whatever your pattern calls for, and just work to the end. Okay, and now I've got 3 stitches on here. This is our yarn over, and we're just going to move the stitch marker over, continue with our border, and work your back side and continue going. Whenever you get to the front again and you want to move over the stitches to continue this increase, you're just going to yarn over and then put your stitch marker on first when you come to the first one, and then when you do the middle 2, move your stitch marker over and then yarn over again, and that way this center column will stay the same every time. So now let's look at our sample. This is our sample, and see how it's got these extra big holes. And if you have noticed in the other samples, we have no holes. So the yarn over is going to create this gap. So that's how you do the yarn over or the yarn front. Thanks again for joining me for our increases video. Be sure and click on the description below to get longer videos and more details for these. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day and happy knitting. Bye-bye. For all of the videos on increases, click below and you will see descriptions for all of them. We have make one, lifted increase, KFB, knit front and back, and yarn over. All right, happy knitting.